Hello there and welcome to reading challenge number 25, and I'm going to be talking about Tim Lebbon's Silence today, which is a horror novel. I love horror novels. I read lots and lots and lots of them. Although I haven't read them for a while, I go through phases because I like the sort of really squicky ones. The squickier the horror novel, the happier I am, basically. And I don't know, I go through slumps where I can't find books that I really want to read. Anyway, I picked this one up on a Kindle Daily Deal, and yeah, it's really interesting and really good. Basic premise of the story is that this ancient cave has been discovered and is being explored for the first time, and the cave is sealed, and they sort of blow their way into the cave. These creatures, these bats that have been isolated, are released, and thus follows this horrific build toward apocalypse. And it's called the Silence because the only way to stop these hordes of bat-like creatures who breed incredibly fast and eat people like there's no bloody tomorrow, the only way to stop them from eating you is to be silent. So you have to be incredibly quiet, which of course is not normal for people. We make a lot of noise. Our phones, our lives, we're noisy. So it's very interesting to see how immediately huge swathes of the population, as these bats move across, are completely eradicated, and they're eventually going to reach England. And the main thrust of the story follows a family in England trying to decide whether to stay put, as the news is saying, or whether to leave. They eventually decide to leave and run for somewhere remote and hopefully quiet, and it basically follows their journey. Really good story, really good characterization, thoroughly enjoyable, moves at a nice clip so you never get bored. There's a really lovely building of tension as the sort of bat creatures are moving across into Europe and moving across Europe, and in England everyone's still sort of like, what do I do about it? Is it something that I panic about? And you get that real sense of what people would actually be like if something like that happened, how sort of skeptical we would be. And then the immediate rush of terror when they actually attack somewhere we're familiar with, that is within our own country, and it gets pretty darn scary, and everyone thinks, oh yeah, I should be worrying about this and I should be moving. So yeah, I would highly recommend it. And yeah, I'm trying to be quick because it's summer holidays, and yeah, I haven't got much time for this in the summer holidays. This week I'm still in horror. I'm going to be talking about an author that I love a lot. I have been reading her for many years, and that's Kathy Koja. And I'm going to be talking about her book Bad Brains, which I recently bought on Kindle. Now, I only read it years and years ago when I was a teenager, and it was out in paperback. It was out of print for the longest time, which is a travesty. A lot of Kathy Koja's early books have been out of print for a long time, but they're being re-released as Kindle, so double thumbs up. And if you haven't read any Kathy Koja, read. And if you're not sure about her work, wait till next Friday when I'll tell you what I think about Bad Brains, and maybe touch on the rest of her early fiction just a little tiny bit, just to give you an overview of what it's like. Spoilers, it's amazing. So thank you for watching today, and I hope to see you next Friday.